Hi guys, and welcome to the live. Let's make sure my microphone's on. I think it is, so we should be good. Today I'm joined by a few people. We have got H in HQ, we have got Wayne, and we have got our very special guest, Mr. Jamie Dawes. Mr. Jamie Dawes.
Hello.
Hello, Wayne. And Wayne.
Oh, hello.
I said stop reading it. What page are you on now?
I can't stop reading. It's brilliant. I love it. I can't stop reading.
Oh my
I'm
God.
on chapter 3. I'm on chapter 3.
I'm only on chapter 2. You said you were going to wait for me to catch up.
I've read the whole thing. So at the very end of the book.
Don't tell us.
Don't.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wicked Tongue.
Jamie, you're so clever. Isn't he clever?
He is very clever. So,
What is that then? What is
this
that?
is Wicked Tongue by our very own AlakazamMagicUK viewer, Darren Bain. So grab yourself a copy if you haven't done so already. Great book.
I have to say, I was genuinely shocked at how big it is. It's a tomb.
I know.
It's a proper tomb. I'm on chapter 3, and it's it set the tone very well. Jamie, you'd love this. You'd love it.
I've got it. I've got it.
Oh, you got it?
I was one of the first purchasers when he put it up because I thought it sounded great.
There's not a lot of pictures in there, though. Are you going to be okay with that?
No.
I've hand drawn some in, so it's all good.
Yeah,
I bet you have as well.
blood as well.
So, we've got sort of, it's like the Brady Bunch again, isn't it? We're all
Well,
sort
what
of,
side is Harry on? Hi.
Harry's over there.
Hi.
Hello.
And Buddy's down there somewhere. Hello.
Where is little Buddy?
He's
Being
laying
scared
down,
of a doll.
He's laying down in the shop at the minute.
Ah, what are you eating?
I'm eating a caramel Quality Street.
Very nice. Bought in by one of our customers. No, they were actually bought in by the fabulous Martin Pierce, I do believe, who came in last week.
Can I just say, Jamie's going to show a trick on the live today, and I am so excited to see it. It's unreal. That's what I'm just going to say. I'll leave it at that, really.
And I've given Harry a copy so that he can learn it.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I've got a copy right here. I can show him.
And there's another copy for someone who's watching to win as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
What, can me and Wayne win it?
No.
Oh.
One of you guys at home.
It's not really one for kids show. Sorry, Wayne. I mean, sure, it does involve dolls, in fairness, so maybe.
Mate, if you can take something as innocuous as a tape measure and give it a killer twist, I'm sure I could take something with a killer twist and make it a family presentation.
Maybe that'll be the challenge.
Yeah, so guys, what have they got to do to be with a chance to win this then?
We definitely didn't get that far.
No.
Right. Jamie.
Pete is about to come up with some amazing way for you to win it during the live.
I haven't got a clue. We'll think of something in a moment because Jamie just drops these things on me. So Jamie has actually got a reason for being here. In fact, I did state to him, don't come to the shop unless you have a reason. So he has thought of a reason.
It's part of the court conditions now,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So he has thought of a reason, and we are today launching Tackling Terrifying Taboos 5.
Wow.
It's happening next week. We've got a full trailer where Jamie tells you everything you need to know. We're going to be dropping that in a moment. And it is going to be a great night. And we'll learn a bit more about that.
Got a busy couple of weeks, haven't we? Unbelievable.
Yes. Very
not only
busy.
that, Jamie's down today because we are filming the next brand new addition to the Dark series. And that is soon to come. We're filming that today, so that is... What number would that be in the Dark series? Number 5 as well?
Oh no, I've lost track now. I don't know.
I think it
Maybe
would be
6? Yeah, something like that. I can't remember now.
Scream, deceased Scream, he's not here. Xenomurders.
Those were the
Deceased
first three.
Return.
Xenomurders, Deceased the Return,
That's 5.
and now this, so yeah, it'll be the 6th.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It's brilliant. What the hell is that in front of you, Dad?
This is just a little doll.
What the hell is
Getting
that?
into the spooky spirit there. That's pretty. That's
getting
freaky.
ready
Why has it
for-
got a bloody mouth? What have you done to it?
I wanna
He's
see
a
it
weird
tackle
one.
Peter. If this is tackling terrifying to bears, I want to see the moment that it comes to life and attacks Peter.
Don't even say that. It always freaks me out.
You're going to get nightmares just look at it.
Jamie always freaks me out. He always just puts things everywhere. I hate it.
You haven't seen the thing behind you on the shelf yet.
I'm not even going to look.
I would
He do-
actually, I'm not joking. I would be so
Huh?
scared to live with Jamie because. I don't know.
He always does this. Whenever I come in somewhere, I pick up.
If I was there now, I'd be off. I'd just be out of the door.
Jamie, literally on Facebook, yeah. If you follow Jamie on Facebook, nearly I would say once a week there'll be a thing up where he's asking for people's suggestions, and it'll be like, what story do you like the most? Do you like the story about this boy that just killed all these people, or do you prefer the one about this girl that done this? And then he'd be like, thinking about treating myself to a couple of haunted dolls. These are the spirits attached to them. What ones do you like? And it's like I would crap myself if I lived with Jamie. Seriously.
I've got this past year as well. I've started collecting more like, I don't know, just bizarre props and stuff like that. So I've got a new shelving unit in my room. Just on each shelf there are like 2 or 3 weird things. I always think if someone came over one day, like we've got to have our windows fixed next year, definitely having to take all that off the shelf. Otherwise the police are going to be round, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh,
Actually,
You should get
one
some
of
wallpaper. You should get some of that wallpaper that looks like you've scribbled all over it like a serial killer.
We've got one of our customers actually put a post up yesterday. He just bought a haunted doll from America.
I saw that. Yeah, it's cool.
It looks
The funny thing is, if anyone wants to do this because you're weird like me, go to eBay, type in haunted doll, and there are actual dolls, and then the people that are selling them will put descriptions of things that have happened with the dolls. But there are loads of them. You can buy loads of them super cheap.
Why would you want to?
Why would you not?
I might.
If
buy
life's a
one.
little bit boring and you want
I
some
like
weird stuff
sleeping
happening on,
I like sleeping at night. Do you know what? I gave it to my friend Andy Chase, his little boy. But a few years back, I was given a 3-foot Darth Vader. Just about 10, 15 years ago, I was given this 3-foot Darth Vader. And it was my little girl, Charlie, she loves Darth Vader. She used to hug it all the time when she was little. When she grew out of it, I decided to pass it on. But when I was living in the flat, there was no room for it. The only place I could put it was in the windowsill, in the window frame, in the window. So first of all, it was in my bedroom window, and Charlie would come in and play with it and stuff and put it back in the window. And one night it was really, really hot, and I left the curtains open. And I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning, and the sun was just about to come up. It's the middle of summer. And I see this outline of somebody stood in my window. And I was proper out of the bed like, yeah! And after that it was moved to the front room. Never, ever, ever again put it in the bedroom. It freaked me. I thought someone was breaking in and coming through the window. I was like that. So having haunted dolls in there, that ain't going to happen.
Yeah, no, that ain't good. You don't want haunted dolls about. So, shall
each
we?
their own.
So Jamie? Tell us a little bit about. Well, I've got the trailer, so if you want, I'll play the trailer. But Tackling Terrifying Spoos is happening next Tuesday.
next Tuesday, yeah.
Happening next Tuesday. It's happening from here, the Academy, so it's not a virtual one. You're going to be here with us. We've got the full information which we'll play. It's quite a long trailer. I think it's like 7 or 8 minutes, but it'll give people a gist of what's going on. So we'll drop that in a moment, but it is now live on our site, so you can go and get your tickets. Now, I've loved every Tackling Terrifying Taboos, and they do feel, for us, it feels like a tradition now that we have to have these because everyone looks forward to them. But you are actually sharing a full show. You're teaching a full show. So I'm not going to say any more. We'll drop the trailer and then we'll come back and we'll have a little chat about it.
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go.
It says, it's your birthday, one day closer to dying. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
that's lovely.
imagine.
That's lovely.
That's...
The clown has been watching. Clown has been spying. Catch the balloon before it drops. Catch the balloon before it
pops. So, for example, there was Jane Elizabeth. You can move that.
Staring at me.
Bang, bang, bang. Try as many times as you can.
Oh wait, I'll only do one.
Come on.
Bloody Mary.
Try a second time.
Bloody Mary.
Are you gonna try?
Bloody Mary. I said it, I can't.
Look into the mirror. Did you see her? Did you see her? Did you feel me tap you? Good. How many times did I just tap you? And can you point where I just tapped you? Great.
Charlie, Charlie, say goodbye. Charlie, Charlie, say goodbye.
Everyone alright? Everyone okay? Wait! What does that say? David Lane.
So, Mel, for the final sort of section of this thing, I want you to stay focused. Mel? 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 Can you hear me? Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
William. That was exactly the name that I was getting. Hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. Good. Mel? Right, Mel, you're back. Mel? Mel? Mel, everything okay? Mel? Okay.
Okay, now.
Jacob Tanner was an orphan boy from Italy who believed that he could see ghosts. Now his carers tried everything they could to try and calm his mind, including giving him puzzles and books, but nothing worked. So instead they gave him a bell, and they told him every time that he saw these beings to ring the bell. And he did. He rang that bell again and again and again. The only thing his parents left with him was a doll. A doll that was found at the scene of their murder. This is the story of Jacob Tanner. This year for Taboos, it's the 5th anniversary. So we're going to take everything that we've learnt through previous years, put it together into a full stage show. In fact, I'm going to perform for you my stage show and then teach you everything inside it, including Into the Tarot, which is a tarot routine which starts off the show has 3 tarot cards predicted, but also allows the ending of the show to happen way before it's even begun. Another routine is a moment of light, Bane, in which you introduce this idea of a locked room mystery or murder, and then you invite some people on the stage to die on stage, and then you prove that you were actually the mastermind behind that murder all along. The Artifact, which the whole show is basically built around, and it has some really nice moments, some subtleties, and actually allows for a surprise ending at the end of the show. On top of that, we're going to be talking haunted remote-controlled dolls, cars that shoot across the stage, Etch-a-Sketch spirit slates, and tons more. If you've enjoyed the previous Taboos, you're going to love this one. So join me at the ALAKAZAM Academy Studios as we explore tackling terrifying taboos, the exorcism of Jacob Tanner.
Oh my god.
Do you know what? This is the time of year that I get my annual heart check. Because literally at the end of every Taboos, somehow Jamie manages to turn all the lights off and jump out at me. And it's like not a pleasant feeling, I'll give you that. And it always happens. But yes, so Jamie, this is happening next Tuesday, right?
Yes, next Tuesday.
So you are going to be basically teaching your whole entire show.
Yeah, so last year I was sort of thinking about putting together a proper performance, like a proper whole show. I really went back to think about who I was as the person orchestrating the show, what the real premise behind it all is, and how sort of to put it all together. And then I took my normal stage show, and then I took elements of that and spookied it up and put it into this. And then there are lots of new creations that I've put in there along the way, like Bane. So Bane is like a light-hearted piece, and you can switch that out. So I do also do the staple gun roulette that AlakazamMagicUK sells, which is what I did last week. So anyone that follows me on Facebook would have seen the great pictures that Mark from the Magic Circle took of someone with a staple gun to my tongue. But this Bane is an amazing piece which can be used in a family show. So the idea is that you say, so I started thinking about my backstory as a character. And when I was a kid, how did I come about enjoying this sort of stuff? And the idea was that when I was a kid, I loved things like Sherlock Holmes, and I really loved Jonathan Creek. And I loved that he was a magician that used to, solve these weird murders, these lock room mysteries. And when I was a kid, because I was a bit of a weird kid, I used to think, if I was to kill someone in a locked room, how would I do it? But then I realised I would never ever be in a room with no windows and only one way in and out. Wait there, we're in a room now with one door and no windows in or out. So that's how it begins, and that's what you say, because when you're in a theatre it's the same way. So it gives you a really good in, and then you get someone up from the audience. They are going to go along the audience, pick up five victims, bring them up on stage. They poison one of the victims. Each victim then has to die on stage, which is a great comedy moment, because you get them to do a little death, one in turn, and you get to see the most dramatic. And then there's a twist ending to that trick where they find out that you were the one orchestrating it, and you actually controlled someone to do the murder on your behalf. So that's sort of one of the standout pieces that I'm going to be teaching for the first time. You've also got the Artifact, which the show is built around, but there's also some marketed tricks in there. So I'm going to show you how I use ready marketed tricks, and I've adapted them for a bizarre performance. So the second to opening trick involves a special spirit bell and a set of pro mystic effects. But it opens the show perfectly, and I'm hoping to try and get video clips of a show that I did a couple of weeks ago, and you'll see the impact it has on the audience, because the woman just freaks out and runs straight back to her seat mid-trick, which isn't ideal because I needed her for another phase to that trick. But it was great, and she came up to me afterwards and she was sort of discussing with me. I had a dog. I was kissing Buddy earlier. I gave Buddy a kiss, and I've got a little dog here. So yeah, there's going to be loads in there. We've got other things like the doll that is on Pete's side just there. I'll be explaining how you guys can make something similar to that, how I made that one, and how you can probably make a better one. Those of you who were on last week's course who remember the book, it doesn't use that method. This is so much easier. I've basically just found a way to take something else and put it into this to make it. And then the techniques used on that doll, I did lots of research into. There are actually loads of people that make creepy dolls around the world for like Halloween things. And I was looking at some of their techniques. So some of the techniques with this doll are really interesting. For example, the bulk of that is using cling film, which who knew? Or I think American call it saran wrap, maybe in America. So yeah, it's going to be really, really good, but you're going to see the entire show. So I think the show is about 45 minutes, but it uses lots of really clever mentalism tricks, some really spooky moments. There's lots of suspense. There's some lighter moments, some darker moments, and then there's a big twist at the end, because I like twists in a show, and I believe that a bizarre show should still be the magic should still be just as impressive as the bizarre, as the ambience and stuff that you're doing. So when I finish the show, you hear people in the audience go, "What the hell? How did that just happen?" And then when I was backstage at the gig a few weeks ago, all you hear is someone go, "Were you really as scared as I was?" So now you've got everything. You've got, you knew that they were scared, but you know that they're going to walk away going, "What the hell just happened?" I want the magic to be awesome, but I also want the ambience and the feeling. So if you've thought about doing a professional bizarre show, or you've wanted to put one together, this is about as together as a performance, hopefully, that you'll see. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. But there are some really, really nice moments in there, so there's some nice twists.
Well, just to let you know, we are going to have a bit of a live audience in here. I'm going to try and get Jenny down. Gary and Steve-O are going to be here, and Gary's already said that anything you want him there for to participate in, the scarier the better.
Cool.
He's more than happy.
Oh, I feel like he's just giving me a challenge there, though.
Yeah,
that's not good for him.
I think he is. So
yeah, I think you've got to try and push that boat out as far as you can, because Gary can take it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's good. Darren Bain said, "What's the staple gun effect we sell?" It's called Risk, Darren. It's on our website. It's by Francesco Tassai. Great routine.
What I'll do with that as well is any routines that I either take in or take out. So there are a couple of routines that I can put in and take out. So dependent on the audience and the feel, I want to be able to, change things about a little bit. So if there is a trick that I've taken out or that I would switch it with, I will also bring that with me and I will show it to you.
Gary said, "Sounds great." So he's obviously up for all of that. And Gary is one of these people that, you really have to go to town.
All right, that's cool. So that thing that you asked me to do, that I wanted to do a few years ago, that you said don't do.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we do? Really?
Yeah.
Do we? Have you got to get him to sign a waiver though? Surely. I'm not getting sued for it.
Everyone will sign a waiver.
All right. Okay. Cool.
And Gary will sign a special one. But it's great that he put that. Sounds great, because that just confirms.
Yeah. We've got it. Everyone can see now.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's there in black and white.
It has to be a wafer, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
Right. So he actually has said he could literally write anything here and it won't matter, because he ain't scared. So I think he's just egging you on.
Yeah, no, I'm down. And you've got his address. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, no, that's going to be cool.
Right. Cool. So are you going to show something to little Haribo?
Yeah, so one of the tricks that I released this year that was part of the show, so you'll see it's sort of a core part of the show, and it holds everything together. So it won't seem like much is going on in this version, because I'm going to do the basic version, but there's loads that you can do with it. And it was designed to be used with things like spirit bell, Ouija boards, pendulums. The idea is that it's going to be used for much more. And in the show, you'll see when you watch Taboos next week, there's another version of it. Something happens in it which adds to something that happens at the end. I don't want to give too much away because there are twists.
Yeah.
And if anyone that's seen the way that I put shows together, everything's twisting and interweaving. So I'm going to do a little performance of it, and you're going to understand some of the storyline behind this year's Taboos as well. This is the midsection of the show. So there is an entry trick which is about Jacob Tanner, and the idea is that Jacob Tanner was an orphan boy from Italy who believed that he could see ghosts.
Yeah, it's a great Italian name, that.
No, so he was an orphan. So he
I was going to say,
we're not really sure where he's come from.
Pietro Tanner. That was a bit French.
I feel like you're speaking in tongues now. That was
So I'm going to bring it on to. That was French. I'm going to put it on to you guys. So
Okay.
I'm going to drop me and Wayne out of this. So you guys can, because you need the overhead, right? Right. So here we go. Need to find a button. Here we go.
So, Harry has already seen this, but we're going to go for it again so that you guys can see. So, Harry, have you ever heard of the Occult Museum?
I have not.
So, there have been several occult museums. The most famous one was Ed and Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum, which Harry has genuinely just been looking at videos of because he didn't believe it was a real thing. It is a real thing. You can also Google it after. So the Occult Museum, it's so freaky. It's so weird. But their one was based on this that I'm going to show you here. It is called the Floridian Museum of the Occult, was the name of it. You'll actually see it says on there, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see, but it was established in 1885, so that was when they started collecting all of these weird things. And essentially it was a bizarre museum, and they used to collect sort of demonic things and dolls. And in 2006, unfortunately, it closed down because there were 3 deaths of some of the customers that happened within 1 week. And the state decided it was so much bad publicity, they wanted to close it down, so they closed it down. Now, part of its condition of its closure was that everything inside was burnt. But the owners of the museum knew that they could make some money from some of these artifacts. So whilst they said they burnt everything, they didn't quite. And they actually put some things on eBay and other auction websites, and now some of these things are prolific in the bizarre community around the world. Now, when I was there, I actually picked up, when I was younger, we basically went to horror nights in Florida, and in between they chuck you out the park and then they put you back in once horror nights are on. And everyone said, you should go to this place, it's just down the road, it's really spooky, and we were like, yeah, sure. And when I was there, I picked up a pack of postcards, which Harry has actually got in the shop. So he's going to show you them here. And this is this was the doll pack, and you had different packs. So you had like a demon pack, you had poltergeist pack, and each one had a different story about their artifacts. So there's Lilith there. This is the doll pack. We've got the artist, which was interesting. He was the oldest artifact there. In fact, they couldn't actually date him. So on there, you'll see there's a different date. You've got Grayson, who was based on Dorian Gray, and whenever he got cut, he would start bleeding. Tristo, they were so scared of her, they put her inside a bunker. She was a Russian doll that they found. Yeah, it's really grim, isn't it? And then is that Bella? Yeah, so Bella was, they named her on the belladonna plant because people used to have symptoms of being poisoned the same way that a belladonna plant would be. So we're going to try something with you, Harry. We're going to see if we can get one of these dolls and the spirits to come through. So what I want you to do is to keep them tilted up so that we can't see them, and I want you to go through and I want you to find one of the dolls that, I don't know, calls to you, that affects you in some way, and I want you to cut it to the face. Okay, so Harry, we're going to ask whoever this doll is and whoever its owner is to come through now. So if you're in the room, but
Shut up! Don't do that stuff, please.
I don't know. Be very, very still, Harry. I don't know if you can see, but just behind you there is a door, a jacket hanging on the door, and it just moved. That was actually someone brushing past it. So there is a little girl just behind you.
Oh, it feels horrible.
She's got a like a little a slate. So I know that this is maybe not recent. I'm not sure. Now she's hiding something. I'm not sure what she's hiding.
Oh, it's giving me goosebumps.
But she's gonna write. She's writing something down. Okay, so she's just written down the letter A. Does that is the first letter is an A, right?
Of the doll.
No, not of the name of the doll. Of the long word. So I want you to pick a long word in that story.
No, it is not.
Okay, what was the first letter?
An F.
An F. She's wiping that off. Oh, okay. So she's just taken this doll out, and I can see it. So, sorry, the first letter of the doll. This is an A, isn't it? This is the artist that you've picked.
Yeah.
This is the artist doll. Good, right. And she's wiping off that word, and she's written. So she just whispered something, and she just whispered, "Don't forget the Red Cross. Don't forget the Red Cross." I don't know what that means. Does that mean anything to you? Okay. Flimflammery. So she just whispered the word flimflammery. I don't know. Does that mean something to you? Oh, that was the word flimflammery. But why? What is the Red Cross? She's saying the back. She said the back of the cards. Can you do me a favour? The one that's on the face that I can see here, can you just hold the back of it to the camera? Okay, now place it down. And then the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And finally the next one.
Oh!
Can you see something on the camera there, Harry? Can you see how there's a red cross on the back of that? Can you show the front of it and the back? That is the artist style.
What the hell is that about?
She's gone now, so she's just moved away. She said she's
That is
gonna.
horrible.
She said she'll meet you in your car. I don't know what that means.
That is really good. Really good.
That is so good.
So that's the artifact. So that is for close up or for stage. So the stage presentation is a little bit different. There is something else that happens. And it's also, like I said, it's adjustable. So if you have a Ouija board, you can have the name spell out. If you've got a pendulum, that can work. If you've got a spirit bell, then that'll come through as well. But yeah, it's super easy. And I've even included a little spooky bookmark, which helps with the learning of it. And it's got a weird, creepy quote on the front as well.
So I think we might have one or two of these in stock, but we've got more stock coming, right?
Yes, so everywhere sold out at the moment. I've got to make a few more of the envelopes because the envelopes are all handmade as well. And then you guys will have stock hopefully by the end of this week, early next week.
So go and pre-order yours now, people, if you want one.
And Harry's got a copy that he's going to try and learn as well. That is my task.
It's actually so good, seriously. It's actually baffling.
There are several methods that are woven in as well. So like, for example, there's the hangman principle in there. So there is a way that you give them a piece of information, you say, this is it. They never have to confirm or deny it. They don't have to say yes. They don't have to do any. They do have to say yes, sorry, because it's definitely going to be in there. But then you know what the word is and you know what the dole is straight away without having to ask any questions. You just give a piece of fact. So there are a couple of different methods which you can combine and work in for the routine.
The quality of everything as well, you know, they look so good. They really look like the ones you would just find in a museum or.
I started working it in July.
Stuff is beautifully made, though. Sorry,
Yeah.
I know you're here, Jamie, but all your stuff is beautifully made.
Thank you. I do try. I started it in July, and then I went to the people that print the postcards are the same people that print the clown birthday cards, because they have their own finish on the cards and stuff. And I work with them. And then the design, even the envelope. The envelope is a unique envelope just for this trick. So I went back and I looked at how people, it sounds so boring, I'm so sorry. But I looked at how they make envelopes, commercial envelopes, and the construction of it. And then I made this unique envelope. So this is a special envelope, but each one is hand put together by me, and allows a second phase of the trick to work as well.
Brilliant.
But I'm really happy with it.
So good.
So are you explaining that next week? Or?
Yep. So as this is the main part of the show, and you'll understand that it happens in the middle, and there are 3 sections of the story. Without giving too much away, you find something out about the little boy, you find something about this museum, and then there is a third story about a couple who go a little bit insane and end up killing each other. And then, as part of the twist at the end of the show, you find out that in fact all 3 stories are interconnected, and that everything that's happened in the show is actually interconnected as well. So there's a load of little twists which all come together at the end, and like I said, this is one of the pieces that sort of gel everything together and allow the twists to happen.
Nice. And yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say, no, you say it and I'll say it after. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I was going to say, just quickly, Taboos is live on the site now, and so is the artifact as well. And just to shout out quickly to Patrick Starr, I think it's pronounced, who just picked up Taboos. So he's got his ticket ready.
I'll see you there.
Good stuff. And guys, for those of you that hasn't seen this thing running down the bottom of the screen, this Thursday at 7 p.m. we have got a live launch. So join us right here on Facebook and YouTube. Now, one of the effects we're launching, there's 2 effects this week, but one of them, Wayne, you have actually been road testing for the last few months.
Yeah, I love it. It's probably the thing I'm most excited about so far this year. And I've been excited about a lot of things, but this for me has been, it's right up my street. It's real. It's like the other, it's a commercial worker, and it's something that, I don't want to. I hate it when we start teasing people, but you're not going to want to miss out on it. It's fantastic.
Cool. You even perform on the trailer, so we'll see you. But you're joining us as well. You're dialing in on Thursday.
I will be dialing in. I will be here. I'm not going to miss this one. This is I'm very excited.
Cool. Look forward to it. So, Jamie, next Tuesday, people can get their tickets now.
There is also an extra surprise for this year, since it's 5 years. It'll probably be announced a little bit later this week when I haven't had a chance to put the trailer together for it, but there is a trailer for it as well. So maybe, we're not sure if it's the day before or the day after.
Yes. We're not sure. We'll work it out.
We'll work it out, but there'll be an extra little surprise this year, which I'm personally really excited for. If we can pull it off, it'll be amazing. Again, not to tease, but it'll be good. No, I haven't told you. Sorry, I've just spoken to your dad about it, but I'll tell you in a minute. It's really cool. I'm really excited for it.
It will be great. If it happens, it will be good.
It'll be amazing. Yeah.
It will be good. So
I'm so scared.
It's always a little bit worrying, isn't it, when Taboos Day's coming up?
Poor. The last taboos that Harry was involved in was the clown one as well, and we spent days in here filling it up with smoke, with clown masks and candles, and it was so much fun, but it was so weird.
Can I just say as well, that trailer is so good. It's so good to look back at it and see how good the courses actually have been. You know, it's such a fun evening. It's fun when you're watching it. When you're involved in it, it's scary.
Poor Jen, all the way through.
Don't forget, guys. So come Tuesday, Gary's going to be there, and he'll be happy to carry in any dolls or any of the. You know, Gary will get all involved in all that kind of stuff for you. He's really good at dealing. He's not scared of anything. Bravest man I've ever met, Gary is.
He is. I'll second you on that, Wayne.
Oh, well, I mean, I will say that everyone has their Achilles heel. I mean,
not Gary.
Not
Put
Gary.
it as hard as you like.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got a couple more trailers, and then Wayne's got something to show us, I think.
I have. I've got a couple of things a couple of very quick things just to throw out there, really.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's play a trailer. Guys, this is for anyone that's into sort of organic or impromptu looking sort of close up. This is quite a neat little idea based on the old Curzon crystal, and we have got these in stock now. So let's take a look.
Candy Ghost, created by Andrew and Andre Previato, is an amazing trick that will allow you to reveal a selected card in a very visual and unusual way. With Candy Ghost, you will be able to reveal inside a tic-tac box the selected card from a spectator. Very visual and easy to do, the reset is instant and it's perfect for street magic.
Oh, yes, I did. That's amazing.
Can you show your card?
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's good. Candy Ghost is available in 3 different versions, one for each card. You can also buy a refill pack with inside a gimmick to reveal 2 superheroes, Batman and Superman.
So
really
that
nice.
is, yeah, I think it's called Candy Glass, is it, Harry?
Candy Ghost, wasn't it?
Or Candy Ghost?
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, let me have a look. Hang on, it will be on it.
It's
It's a nice twist.
Yeah,
in
Candy
stock
Ghost.
now.
Yeah, you're right. It was like,
Candy
yeah,
Ghost.
Candy Ghost.
It's a nice twist
So-
on the old trick. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And goes in your pocket. And it's something. It's not a weird. Charlie's got a version with glasses, and she brings on them, and it's on the lenses. But
Yeah.
you know, if you wear glasses, why would you have another pair of glasses with you, and that kind of thing? That makes a lot more sense, and it's very organic, and yeah, I really like it. It looks really good.
Yeah, so they're in stock now. You can grab them off our website. We haven't got many. I think we got 24 in, so go grab one. So, Wayne,
Hello.
what have you got to share with us today? Shall I give you full screen?
No, you can. I don't know. What about you and me, and I'll do it to you? Or I don't know. You don't want my big fat head on the full screen, do you? It's not like.
Well, let's leave it as 4 then, as long as everyone can see what you're doing.
Scares with Jamie. We don't need more horrifying. My big fat head and the red. I've got a couple.
Kevin as well, who just picked
I've
up
just
Taboo.
got-
Sorry,
What's
What's
that?
that?
I was going to say shout out to Kevin as well, who just picked up Taboo.
Can I very quickly give a quick shout out? I mentioned him earlier on, but to Jonathan Brecken, who is laid up at the moment with COVID, I believe.
He certainly is, yeah.
mum, well, turns out his mum is actually really ill and might need to go into hospital, apparently. So I just want to send some goodwill and good wishes to Jonathan. Hope that everything works out okay and everybody's okay. because I know he's a big part of the AlakazamMagicUK fam as well. So
He most certainly is. Yeah, get well soon, guys.
So I've got a couple of things to show. One of them isn't a trick, really. One's just I showed it to you earlier on. It's just a silly piece, really. But in the wedding book, I talk about a banner that I have on my wedding fair stand, and I was getting some other bits out because my friend Eric was over earlier. He's left now, and I just thought I'd show it to you. So I have this. I have a number of these signs that I use for different things, and I should have been more prepared for this, but bear with me 1 second. I had this one made
over. Oh no, there it is.
I had this one, but yeah, I ain't getting back up again if I do. I had this one, mate. This one goes on a little stand on the other side. And throughout the course of the day, I turn it round, and if I'm in a wedding fair where there are people behind me, then they can see one side, and as they come around to me, they see the other. And I wanted to do something a bit more. And I just wanted to really share an idea that if you add something with a bit of humour to it, etc., it can really have a massive impact on the day with the brides and the grooms, etc. One of the things that happens at my stand is there's always an argument going on between couples. One will go, it's time to move on, and one will go, I just want to watch one more trick. I just want to stick here for a bit longer, or can you show me one more thing, or we're going to come back and see some more later on. So I had this made up, and it says, adult creche, leave your extra adults with Wayne whilst you shop for wedding supplies. And I put it on my wedding fair stand, the last stand and the one before. And the reaction, people thought it was hilarious. They really did. In fact, one elderly gentleman, he was the father of the bride. He stayed with me for about half an hour. He went, I'm staying here. I ain't going nowhere. And it just kind of portrayed that I'm a friendly go-to guy, and there's a bit of humour there as well. The other thing I was going to share with you, well, actually, I've got two more things. One very quick one is we mentioned this a few weeks ago, or quite a few weeks ago, and a few people have asked about it. So I spoke to you earlier, I know. But we're going to add the, like we did my other books, we put them in a downloadable PDF format on the website. I'm going to add, for the first time ever, the restaurant book. So if you work restaurants, or you want to work restaurants, and you want to know about getting a residency, then the expert at the restaurant table will be going up as an available download. And then the last thing, which is a trick, but I'm not going to perform it.
You can perform it.
No,
Is it set up to perform?
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, hold on, give me 1 second. Yes, it is set up to perform. Most people will know this trick. It's an old classic. I'm going to tilt it down a little tiny bit. But I was very interested when Jamie was talking. He was talking about on the tackling terrifying taboos, that he has adapted some classic tricks, commercial tricks, for use. And as we're approaching Christmas, this is something that I did last year for my Zoom shows, but I'm going to use it again this year for my in-person shows. And it's just the ESP matchup, except what I've done is I've and they're not particularly great, but people don't see that anyway, is I've put on pictures of Christmas pictures. So now we have different Christmas options. So Jamie, if I take these ones and I place them in here, that one can go in. I'm just going to do it randomly. I might just do it in order. I don't know. Let me have a look here. That one can go down there. And let's have a look here. This one can go here. And then, this one can go in here. And then what I've also got here is the same pictures. And I'm going to mix these up. And I'm going to turn them this way, and I'm going to mix them up so you don't know which one's where. Jamie, give me a number between 1 and 5, and you can have 1 or 5 as well.
Let's go for 2.
2. So I'm going to place this one into number 2, just there. Okay. And Harry, give me a number 1 to 5, but not number 2.
5, please.
5, right on the bottom. Hold on. This one's been a bit... There we go, put it in that way. There we go. And Peter?
Let's go right in the middle, number 3.
Number 3. Oh, there we go. And Jamie?
1.
Number 1. Harry?
Number 4.
I'm joking, only one left. There we go. And that goes into there. Now, normally I do this. I'm telling jokes and doing bits as I'm putting them in, etc. I will say that the probability of getting these correct, it's a very high possibility that we'll end up with one matching one. That happens. I've never done this and not had one of them match. Most of the time you get 2 or 3 correct. One time I got 4 of them correct, and I've never got all 5 correct. It's never ever happened. It's never, the odds against that happening are so high, and yet unbelievably today we have got a perfect match across the board of every single one. There we go. I also talk about, when I do this with the kids, I talk about how it's important to keep your bedroom tidy. Everything should be in order, and only the best children, the ones who are on the good list, will know where to put them, etc. And then obviously it all works out and everyone's happy. I did think about a bit having one with a kid with a knife coming out of them just for Jamie, but I didn't put that on. But it didn't take me very long to make this up. These are just literally cut out and stuck onto some blank cards, and it works really, really well, and it just changes a great trick into something that you can do at Christmas time really, really easily, with not much work behind at all. And it works really well, and it's a lovely little Christmas edition. And if I'm doing a family show, I can get the little kids involved, I can get the older kids involved, and I can even get mum or dad involved as well, or the grown-ups involved as well. And it's easy to understand, easy to follow, and it's just a nice little way to vary it up a little bit. So
that's great.
Very good trick, that.
Really nice.
So I just had a thought. You said that as a joke, but if you were to do a Halloween version of that, what I was thinking was it would be great if you had little images of different ways you could kill someone. So you have like a knife, you have a noose, you have a nail, you have a saw, you have just all these horrible things. And then you give them like a little prediction, which is a newspaper article. And you put your cards in and you say, I'm going to see if you can match them up. So you put the other ones in, they make their decisions. And then when you turn them around, only one of them is matching. And it's the nail. And then when they open up the newspaper article, it's a newspaper article about a guy who was stabbed in the head with a nail or something like that. And then you say, but what was really interesting is you put these in this order. And you look at the top one, and whatever it is, the noose begins with N. The next one is asphyxiation, so it's a bag, and that's an A. And then the next one is I, and then the last one is L. So it actually spells out nail as well. So the other ones end up spelling out the way that they match.
You could also have the weapons on one side, and you could have 5 pictures of victims, which you mix up so they choose, which victim goes where, and then your newspaper reveal explains all the murders.
Nice.
Serial killers killed 5 people. Jim was killed with a strangulation, and that's, you got them right.
When's your next kid show? You might be able to make it up.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm doing under 5s. I'm doing under 5s on Saturday. They're going to love that.
You could do an it version.
Who knows what asphyxiation means?
When you go home, let Mum and Dad know that Magic Wayne taught you what asphyxiation is.
What about when I was on stage once, I had this kid heckling me, and I said to him, he was only about 9 or something, I went, well, what do you want to do when you get older? And he went, I want to be an astronaut. And I went, like, come up here then, I'm going to make you an instant astronaut. And I think I did some line about, I bet your dad wished you had been shot into space, right? But I got this kid up and I said, you're going to be an astronaut. And I said, I've actually got an astronaut's helmet, and you have to put it on really, really tight. And I gave him a carrier bag and sent him back to the audience.
You're so naughty.
He didn't heckle again.
So
bad.
people loving that. So good stuff.
Lovely.
Right, so we have got, we're almost out of time. It's flown by today.
It has flown by.
I just want to say as well, the clever guys at Ace Magic have got a few little tricks coming out for Christmas. Like literally for you to perform. Yeah.
They're great. They're really, really good. Really good ideas. Like all their stuff. It's really commercial. It's really magical. Yeah, I can't wait.
So we're hoping to have those in stock and ready to go sort of early to mid-November. So you can have them for the Christmas season, and it's going to be great if you're performing close up, or sort of a parlour or a mix and mingle, or even kids shows. You'll be able to do these effects, but they are designed to be sort of close up stroke parlour effects, so you can carry them about. They're Christmas themed. Great if you're doing a restaurant and you hit a family with kids. We're really looking forward to those. So there's 3 effects coming out. It'll be the first time we've actually released Christmas branded effects, or effects that are geared specifically for Christmas. So yeah, really looking forward to that. So there'll most likely be a special live launch early November, or early to mid-November. But remember guys, this Thursday 7 p.m. we have a live launch right here on Facebook and YouTube with 2 brand new effects. So I hope you can all join us. We've got one more trailer to play. I'll play it now, then I'll cut back to us and we'll say our goodbyes.
Lovely.
Here we go.
How was that for you?
Wow, like everything you said was right. Like wow, wow, wow. I'm shocked. I'm so shocked.
Hello, my name is Lewis Laval and this is Iris. Using just these 2 cards that take up almost no space in your wallet, you'll be able to reveal your spectator's star sign without the use of anagrams. You will also be able to reveal an important aspect of their life that they are simply just thinking about. Iris is also a creative tool that will allow you to improve your genuine, intuitive abilities. I said what I said. And this is all done through the intimate process of staring deeply into your spectator's eyes. And just think of the name of your star sign and think of the last letter of your star sign. This is an S, is that right? Okay, and just think of the first letter. You're a Taurus, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're familiar with palm reading, the belief and the idea that the lines and marks in the palm of your hand can tell you all kinds of things about your life. Well, what a lot of people don't know is that you can do the same with your eyes, in particular your iris. It's said that the lines, marks and patterns in your iris can tell you more about your life and your personality than any lines in your hand ever could. Okay, so be honest with me, are you thinking of spirituality?
Yeah.
Is that what you were thinking of, spirituality? People joke with you telling you how stubborn you are, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
That's a positive trait though, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
And you've heard the saying, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And with your permission, I would like to look into yours.
So that is Iris. I think that's pre-order at the moment, isn't it, Harry? Coming in next week.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah. So, it should be with us next week. So if you're in the UK, it should be with you next Wednesday. If you
Also, this Saturday we are at the Magic Circle Dealer Day, and if you're going, come along and say hi. It will be me and H behind the stand, but we will probably have a couple of effects that we haven't even got out yet.
Ooh,
oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, you
so, yeah. So we've got quite a few effects backed up. Ready
and
to come out.
I tell you, I'll try and get you some artifact by Saturday because nowhere's going to have it. So if you guys have it, I'll bring them down because I'm coming down on the day. So I'll bring them down for you.
Brilliant.
It's so good. Seriously.
Can I just say as well, tomorrow at 12 o'clock, there is the next episode of Wayne's Wednesday's Wizarding Wonders.
And it's a good one. I edited that yesterday, I think. And it's a cracker.
So I really like it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Something a bit different.
Am I right in saying with this as well, you can mix these up? You don't have to just keep them in order and do that, do you?
No, but you can do it that way. So you can keep it in a stack if you want to do it that way. You can. I haven't marked them, but they can be marked on the back. The explanation for it is like an hour and a half or something like that. I had to try and cut it down because there's just so much that you can do with it. The mnemonic for learning as well, there's a super easy mnemonic. But I will say we haven't picked a winner or a way to win it.
Oh.
Because I've got a copy. The winning copy, Harry stole them. So Harry's got that one. So I'll ship out the winning one tomorrow.
Okay.
What about if somebody who books on the course and is there on the night and you choose a winner there?
Why don't you pick someone who's... can you see who's booked on the course so far, Harry?
It might be a bit quick, so a lot of people are watching us, so they might not have gone and booked.
Okay, well, why don't we do that then? Why don't we pick someone on the night?
Yeah, we'll pick someone. So if you've booked your way onto Jamie's course for next week, you'll be in with a chance of winning an artifact which has a retail price of
£27.99.
£27.99, which is £2.
Sorry, Pete. I was going to say £27.99, and everything's handmade, and the envelopes and all that, that's ridiculously. You know what I mean? For the quality of the props and everything else, they're getting a whole lot of magic for not a lot of money there at all. That's mind blowing.
I always think about the price of a book test. Book tests are hundreds. But look, Pete, what Pete was going to say there, Pete actually, I'm really bad with pricing products. I always either do them normally too low. And Pete was helped me with that, but I still priced it lower than what Pete said. You did. Because the thing is, it's the quality of the products, but it's all of the design. So all of the design is done by me. I don't think people realise that when I do a product, I do all the design work. I do the ad copy, I do the trailer, I do the explanation, I sort out the manufacture of it. If there's parts to make, I make all the parts, design the parts. It takes months and months and months to put one trick together.
It does. And I remember the last time I spoke to you, I think you were making up, what was the one before this? And you were...
I had to do envelopes for the clown.
Oh my God, yeah.
That actually takes so much time as well. Like, people wouldn't believe. The thing is, with products, what I'm learning is even doing things like packaging them all. Like those, the postcards for that, I had like 4,000 postcards sent, and all of them need batching up. So that takes like 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
And then you've got to package it all once you've made it. It takes so much time. It's ridiculous, especially when it's all just me doing it from home.
Most certainly. So, Jamie, thank you so much for joining us on the live.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to have to wrap this up because you and Harry have got some filming to do. Woohoo! So we'll get that done in a moment. Wayne, thank you as always, but we'll see you on Thursday evening for the live. But remember, guys, Wayne's Wizarding Wednesdays Wonders is Wednesdays Wonders Wizardings is going live tomorrow.
Wizarding Wonders.
There you go. That's going live tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and it is a good one. He teaches, performs a couple of great tricks. One of them you showed me last week, and I must admit, I was method-wise, I had no clue. I thought the
method was different. I thought the method was different. So, yeah.
Yeah, same here. And it's a great effect. So check that out tomorrow. Harry, well done for looking after HQ. Where's little buddy?
He's
Andy not there?
And Andy's next.
I'm sitting here, twiddling my thumbs.
Where is he?
Andy, come and say hello. Where are you?
I'm here.
Here he is. Look at him.
They look like two little Santa elves, don't they? Look at them.
I don't need to get a seat. I'm like having to just deal with like that.
I'm surprised he hasn't got you making tea and stuff.
Jamie done that to you earlier. How good actually is it?
Oh, it's brilliant.
In the story, chilling.
Absolutely brilliant.
The presentation as well, you know. I mean, I've never seen anyone that does a story like Jamie, but you know, when he talks you through the story, you really. I mean, like I said, I'm already looking at the bloody scary museum thing that just gets you so like involved in it, doesn't it? In such a short
and anyone that wants to do it, look into it. It's so funny.
I love it. I'll be getting one. I love it. I think it's great.
Me and Andy we always get into deep chats though, and then we were talking about there's loads of stuff that I'll discuss next week, but we were talking about how to make things feel realistic, and yeah, it's really. We need to get Andy performing some bizarre magic. That's what it is.
Yeah, 100%. Well, he's doing a lot of mentalism now.
He is, yeah. Thank God. He's finally been bit by the mentalism bug, which is good.
Oh, I love it.
Earlier on, I walked into the shop, and he went, "Oh, have you seen what I've got?" I'm so excited. I was like, "Oh, bloody hell, what's he got? This must be well excited." It's just an easal.
Yeah.
Just an easel. And normally he's like, "But I feel so mentalism now."
Harry was just saying that in actual fact, before I started working here, however many it is, about 15 years ago now, my wife Debbie, she actually brought me till death. She brought me.
Wayne, that's just rude.
Rude.
It went off. I stopped it.
She brought me till death, and I'll be honest, at the time I was like, I don't know why she's buying me this, because it's never going to be anything that I'm going to be doing at all. It is by far and away one of the best effects that I perform when I'm in that sort of situation, and you know, everything feels right to perform it, because it isn't really something that I would normally perform as part of a set. But the times that I do it, it's just amazing. It gets such a great reaction.
Yeah,
it's such a good trick.
Yeah,
it's like it should be the first bizarre trick that anyone gets. I think.
Yeah.
That and a haunted key. I see you guys have got the haunted key deluxe. It's great.
Yeah.
I would get the haunted key, and I would get that, and I would get. So my advice with Till Death is get all of the pictures printed up, but just get sets of them printed up from Snapfish or something, and then leave them on the table. So when I do it, I just get sets of them made up and leave the whole set on the table. It's brilliant.
There's a few places online you can search for prints, and if you order enough of them, and it's not big amounts, I think you order like 50 pictures, so that would make up a good few sets. It's like 2p a picture, you know, or 10p a picture. You know, it's not much money at all. So you spend like £5 or 10 quid, or whatever, and you have a whole batch of them ready to go whenever you need them to.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say one other thing about Till Death. It's not only a good effect, a great effect. You know, one of the things it does as well is that Mark and Jim go through a particular set of techniques on there that I think is an absolute masterclass in that particular genre. I don't want to give too much away, but it's from a mentalism stroke magic technique point of view. They go through sort of like the hows, the whys, the do's, the don'ts, and it is a masterclass in that particular thing. So you will gain so much by watching that DVD that comes with it.
Yeah, you certainly will, and it is a great effect. So check it out on the site. It's called Till Death by Jim Critchlow. I'll never forget the first time he showed it to us. Me and Jenny at the Ruskin in Blackpool, when it sent shivers down our spines. It really did. It's such a great effect. So that's it for this week's live. I want to thank everyone for joining us, especially the team here as well, and really looking forward to Tuesday night with Jamie Dawes. We've got to wrap up because we have got some filming to do. So Jamie, you'll be here on Tuesday, obviously.
Maybe. We'll see.
Will you be watching, Wayne?
I will be there.
Good.
Me and Harry as well.
Yeah, and alive on Tuesday. Me and Harry will be here at the top table. And are you going to be there? It's not even. Oh, she said she is going to be there. Oh, she's fallen. Right. So, guys, thank you. It was great. So, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you hopefully Thursday night for the live launch. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday for the live, and then we got the Academy. Remember, if you purchase your ticket to Jamie's Academy, you will be in with a chance of getting yourself an artifact for free. We'll be giving one away on the evening, and that will almost pay for your ticket to the course anyway. But I wouldn't hold off for that. If it's a trick you like, get it on pre-order. So, guys, thank you so much. Jamie, thank you. Wayne, thank you. Andy, Harry, thank you. And we will see you all soon.
Bye.